The Strike King lineup of jerk baits is a great lineup, and we've got baits designed for just about every depth zone. You know, from the shallow 200 series and the 100 series as a finesse jerk bait and for shallower water, all the way up to the standard 300, which runs, 5 or 6 feet, and then the 300 deep, which will get down to about 12 foot. But, jerk bait is just a great tool to trigger fish in a lot of different situations. Why we came up with the sinking version is to get to that next level. So often I'm fishing a jerkbait when I'm not really using a long pause to it. So I can fish a sinking bait and still have that same action, but get it to that next level. And now, as big as forward-facing sonar is in all of our arsenals, it just allows me to fish a bait to get to that next zone. I can watch it on my Humminbird Mega Live as it's coming back to the boat, and I can count it down to the fish. I can let it get a little bit deeper if I need it to, or I can kind of tighten my line up and hold it almost in place. But it allows me to get to that next level and have a little more control. The new 300 deep sinking jerkbait is designed to sink about a half a foot a second. So it's one of those baits that you can make a really long cast with it because of the extra weight, and then count it down to a certain zone. And because it's down to that particular zone, it really doesn't sink that fast. You got the drag of your line, you can kind of watch it, you can kind of put a little tension on your line, and it really will hold in place. So what it's really designed to do is to allow you to fish all levels of the water column and keep a bait in there and be right there in that efficiency zone where the fish are actually at. So, to be able to see it on Mega Live, that is definitely a big advantage. But even without it, it just allows you to fish a bait in a zone where you've never been able to use a jerk bait before.